GCSEs and A-levels are done. School is out. Out. I'm so excited. Excited for my child. Excited for the teachers. It's done. School is done. I have no more children in school. I'm so excited for their future. It's just that next transition, and it has been a bit emotional. I miss the primary school times, you know, when you would walk. I mean, Garforth's great for this. You can walk to many of the primary schools and walk to secondary school if you're lucky to do that. And there's not many villages that can do that, where you can walk to both primary and secondary, and we were lucky to be able to do that. But I miss the primary school times, you know, like chasing them on their scooters going 72 miles an hour and putting everybody's life in danger. I miss them bits, and, you know, tell them to stop going up people's drives before they come out. But I miss them bits. I miss picking them up and going to school in the morning. Secondary school is difficult, I think, for many kids, and I think the education does need a shake up. I'm not the only one. I'm sure teachers think probably the same, but it's done. Let's hope the sun continues for the 11 weeks while they're doing their best to get a job. But Storm hasn't made that very easy. In fact, the government's made it very difficult for young people, and I see it now. I see that stuff on social media where people are now like wanting to get jobs, whether it's full-time, part-time, weekend jobs, and 16-year-olds are very, very difficult to get jobs. I mean, I think my youngest has applied for 25 so far. That would fit with him now, and then when he goes to college in September. But it's very difficult, and I think it's not been made easy for companies to take on younger people. So fingers crossed for all them people trying to get jobs. And please, get your kid to do it. Don't you do it on their behalf. Get your kid to ask them questions. Get your kid to engage with companies and local businesses about jobs. Please don't you do it on their behalf, because it's a big thing for them to sort of make that transition of being a bit confident and put them out their comfort zone. And I think companies find that a lot better than rather than going, my son's like this age and my daughter's this age and she wants a little job. Get her to do it, or him to do it, please. Storm has obviously announced this week about social media ban from next year for under 16s. I'm not sitting on the fence about it. I do agree. What I sort of think would be a good idea, it's very difficult, and all parents of children who've got children under 16 will be like, well, they've had it now for however many years. Really shouldn't have had it till they were 13. But that's the bit that's going to be the difficult bit, because they do use it to socialise and they've made a community. But there's also lots of risks there. The best thing to do now is, if you're at an age where your child is about to go to secondary school, which is generally when children get a phone. I know there's lots of children that have got them before that, but generally children that have got a phone when they start to go to secondary school, just don't give them a smartphone. So you be part of that change. Just don't. If they've never had it, then they won't know. So there's other ways of connection, and I'm sure, as things do with IT, if things are stopped, then somebody else will create something that's probably a bit more simple and a bit safer for your child to use to communicate with your friends. I mean, we used Snake and text for years, and before that it was a phone that you could slam down when someone annoyed you. You can't do that now. It's not the same effect. But there will be things that will change with this, because obviously there's lots of other countries that have done it, and other countries putting processes in place. It's not just about either. It's the government hopefully taking action on the tech companies, not necessarily charging your child for being on it and if they're underage. But there's a lot to look at. There's lots of proposals. He wants to prevent doing lots of things, whether he's still in when that happens. But I think it's a good way in a good direction, because they want to prevent strangers from contacting your kids, and that's never a bad thing, whether it's on live streaming or gaming or something like that. I do think that YouTube, I think that should be left. I think a lot of people can get a lot from YouTube and learn a lot. So maybe that may change next year, who knows. But I sort of agree with it. They did a survey of 116,000 people, and 83% of the parents agreed that it was actually far more risky keeping them on than the benefits of using it. So we'll see where that goes. A few things coming up. We did share some information yesterday, and we are trying to help them. The Hospital, the lovely Hogs, are looked after by Rob and a team just off Church Lane, and they are full to capacity. I think they've been full the last couple of weeks, so you can imagine how busy they are. And they're all volunteers, man, and it's hard work. It really is hard work. I've been once before. Well, I've been a couple of times actually when Sue was still around, and the amount of work that goes into looking after these lovely little creatures is so much. And so I asked, you know, what can we tell people out there how they can help? Now, they always need newspapers and bowls, you know, the little bowls that you can bet the lovely little tapas dishes from. They're very handy. Also, they have an Amazon wish list, so you can order on Amazon. There's a whole list of stuff that they need to get through each week, each day, each month, each year. And also there is a PayPal account that they've set up should you have the funds to be able to donate as well. So if you've ever taken a hog to the hospital and you want to give back a little bit, or you're able to, because I know everything's tight, you know, newspapers and brown bowls can also help. So I have shared some of their links on socials. You'll find them on the website, themaindeal.co.uk, all the details about their PayPal accounts and the link to their Amazon should you be able to help purchase some of their things that they need. So yeah, it's very important because they are full to capacity, and I always share the stuff that they're sharing as well, because it's nice, it's lovely. There is Ridge Road, the bridge where it's shut on the A656. That's going to be demolished between the 20th and 21st of June. So there will be some noise there, and obviously because the bridge is too low. Go figure. Every bridge is too low. But obviously that road's been shut along the like Micklefield and the farm. So the bridge is actually come down on 20th to 21st, and I think a new bridge August installation using some already existing materials, which is a good thing. But there will be replacement bus services on them days, so just to you to be aware. Road closures from today to the 19th between Arran Drive and Cotswolds Drive between good thinking 9:30 3:30 when the schools are in and the parents are out. So that will be closed between Arran Drive and Cotswold Drive, and there is some diversions in place. There's been lots of about Barley Hill Road, and we've mentioned it on the blog when we put it up earlier this month. I think it's a good thing. Lots of businesses think it's a good thing. The only thing that it's done, which they always do, is you do one thing and then it just moves the problem. So there's a lot of residents a bit hacked off that people are parking on Barley Hill Road and the likes. And I think if the car park stays as is, I think that's a really good thing, because it has definitely helped and people are able to park, and the whole process is that you can park, you will shop, use the high street. If you use the high street, you'll understand fully that actually needs to stay. What needs to happen is Barley Hill car park, which is where the tennis courts are in the park. If that is made safer and better, then people will, like shoppers or whatever, will probably tend to try and park down there. In the winter, I would not feel safe parking my car. So it's maybe that needs a bit of direction, so that we can then entice people who own the shops and walk to the shops that are going to be there all day to park there safely and more conveniently. And then it's probably a win-win. But it's not in my hands, so hey ho. Things coming up. Richard Tull in September. We do share him. He's one of our tutors that are teaching children of all ages, also for children who are neurodivergent as well. But he is bringing rock guitar lessons in September. We have shared it. Please go and have a look at his page, Richard Tull, and you will find all the details there. So if you've got a child that wants to play rock guitar, he's going to be your man, and he's great. Tonight is the Garforth Network event at Perfectly Batch from 6 o'clock till 8:30. Unfortunately, I can't be there because it's the end of the GCSEs, and as tradition has done it with my other child, we're going out to celebrate. The hassle and the crap that's been for the past year is over. So we're going to celebrate after said child has cost me lots of money getting his hair cut. Northern Rose has a brilliant deal on at the minute, 32 quid for a blow dry package, 8 weeks. If you're wanting, like me, I might do it myself because I'm forever fluffy and it doesn't help in this weather. It's something that lasts for 8 weeks. So you can have this treatment on, lasts for 8 weeks, go blow dry. The blow dry doesn't last for 8 weeks, but the treatment does. Have a beautiful it's very, very warm in my office. I'm off to change my jumper. Have a beautiful Wednesday, and I'll see you next week.